Hi, the tribe we did was the Cheyenne Tribe by Leffew and Sophia Siani. Geographical location. The Cheyenne people lived in the region of the Great Plains. You can refer to where that is on the map beside. They lived in present-day Minnesota. Next, they later formed a village alongside the Cheyenne River. This was in North Dakota. Most of the Cheyenne were travelers, so some ended up in South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska too. Geographical features. Where the Cheyenne people lived, there were two major land features. They were plains and plateaus. There were also rivers and streams that they used for food and drinking water. They used rafts to boat on them. There were also some hills and there was lots of grass. Some of these rivers were the Platte River and the Arkansas River. The climate of the region. In the winter, they had freezing temperatures, but in the summer, it was hot and dry. It didn't rain much, but there were tornadoes, blizzards, and dust storms. The vegetation includes tall, short, and medium grass, such as shortgrass or bunchgrass. They get a little less than 50 inches of rain a year. The average low temperature is 40 degrees, and the average high temperature is 115 degrees. Main food sources and how food is acquired. The Cheyenne people hunted lots of buffalo, deer, and sometimes fish. They ended up eating lots of buffalo, though. This is because there was so many buffalo where they lived. They fished in the nearest river or pond to them. They also harvested many things such as corn, squash, beans, and berries. They got to eat those. In the beginning, they farmed a lot of their food, but then they stopped farming as much because they didn't have much time. This is because they moved so much. Types of homes and materials used. The Cheyenne people lived in teepees made out of big sticks and then covered the sticks with waterproof animal skin. Most of the teepees were 12 to 16 feet wide at the bottom. Teepees are easy to travel with. This is one of the reasons they lived in them. Some of the Cheyenne people lived in lodges made out of wood logs, mud, and grass too, but they mostly lived in teepees. Clothing and materials used. Buffalo and deerskin are what they used to make clothes out of. The Cheyenne tribe leaders were the only people who wore headdresses in the Cheyenne tribe. The headdresses were made out of feathers. The men braided their long hair into tight braids, while the women braided their hair in loose braids. They also liked to paint their face with natural rock paste on special occasions. Crafts and materials used. The Cheyenne tribe used beadwork as an art. Beads were carved from materials such as precious metals, wood, and animal bones. They used beads for decorations, accessories, rattlers for instruments, and clothing. They also did quill embroidery. They used softened porcupine quills and weaved them together to make medicine bags, war shirts, and baskets. The Cheyenne also grew tobacco and carved wood sticks to smoke their tobacco out of. Tools and materials used. They used bow and arrows, shields made out of animal hide, war clubs, and spears. They used a lot of animal hide for different uses. One way is to make warm clothes. On the bottom, there's an example of buffalo hide clothes. Religion/spiritual practices. The Cheyenne tribe believed in Animism, which is when they believe that the universe and all natural objects have a soul or a spirit. All of the Great Ploin tribes, including the Cheyenne, believed in this great spirit, Manitou. Manitou was believed to be the spirit within the weather, geographical features, animals, and plants. People believed that they could interact with this great spirit. About the Cheyenne dog soldiers. The dog soldiers were the most famous among all the other Cheyenne warrior societies. They had this name because there was a Cheyenne legend about dogs that turned into fierce warriors. The dog soldiers would stake their belts into the ground to show that he would defend his people to the death and not run away. This is our works cited page. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!